Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of my podcast, 35 Times Live. I hope everything is okay with you. I hope you are having a very good day. That you are enjoying a lot to be in this planet. Um, to be, it's I don't know. Like people can hate this planet. They can go to Mars. I don't know. So uh, today I have here a very special guest with a very good energy. I have here with me Antónia. We met. I met Antónia in a work con- context, and the first impression that I had from Antónia, it was okay. This is very good. Like she has a very good energy. I like her since the first day. Like the first time that I see her, I was like, okay, this is special. This is like someone that I want to be with. And after like life split apart, but the friendship never, and that's the reason why today we are here to speak a little bit about love, life, positivity, everything, and it will pass like a very good moment. So, Antónia, I don't know if you want just to do a small introduction of yourself. I gave my
Yeah,
opinion about you, but now it's better if
it's my
people.
turn.
Yes.
Well, thank you first for inviting me for this very special project for you, and thank you also for the comments you said about me. I think it's the same regarding you. When we met at work, and I directly felt a very different energy, a very positive energy to build and to achieve things. And I think I also have this, so I think it connected us. And as you said, we have like different lives, right? But we never got separated, to be honest. Like we always felt connected. And thank you for inviting me. And I hope this journey will be super long, of the journey of friendship.
Yes, that will be for sure. Like as soon as we are working on that, as soon as we
Yeah,
want, we can
true.
we can have everything, and this is for life,
Yeah,
in general.
yeah.
So, um, for the if it's the first time that you are watching, yeah, now I'm breaking the fourth wall with like the person
Mm-hmm.
that is watching us. So, first time that you are watching, 35 times life, very simple. 30 minutes of questions to Antonia. At the end, we switch roles. 5 minutes of questions to me. We are gonna have like a very good energy, very good vibe. If you are down, you are gonna be up at the end. I hope. And if you are up, you are gonna be upper at the end. And we
True.
hope, and we are gonna we are gonna try. At least we tried. So before I start with my 30 minutes of questions, I like to do here um, a small question just to break the ice. I would like to ask you, what kind of person do you think you are behind titles and roles?
What kind of person? Um, I think an entire person. I think the answer maybe looks or sounds a bit stupid, but I think I'm really entire, like real with the persons that are with me, and the fact of being like honest and sincere on everything I do makes like things be good. Like just you believe on who you are and what you do, so things are good. I don't know
Okay.
if it's like a good answer. I mean, it's a first strange question, but
No, it's
it's a
it's
good
always
one.
a good answer because it's you, like you are saying,
Yeah,
like the true, like who you
yeah.
truly are. In fact, uh I was expecting that you were speaking about ambition, because one of the things that I think that you are is very ambitious. You always like to
Hmm.
do stuff. You always like to realize dreams, even for projects, for trips, for
Yeah,
everything. And one of the things is your new project, like Theya.
yeah. No, I mean my answer may be the fact of being sincere and entire, and is regarding myself. So everything that I want, I need to go behind it. I need to fight. I need to achieve it. sometimes I won't succeed, and it's part also of life. Sometimes you fail, or it's not really as you were expected, but at least you try and you give everything for it. And it can be in friendship, it can be in love, at work, with family. Like nothing is perfect, in my opinion, and no one is perfect. So we just need to accept those parts of an imperfection and work on it, but always have like a direction and a goal. And I think in my entire life, I had this like little star, like, okay, go, go, go. And sometimes it's like the way people define me, as you are saying, but for me, it's not uh, like I don't have a goal like to be super rich or to be famous or to be this, this, and this. It's just like I go where I believe I need to go, basically. So yeah, it's a kind of ambition.
Okay. So I think so. In fact, now I want to do a question, but to be fair, I'm gonna start the 30 minutes as soon as I finish my first question, because or else
Okay.
it will just like questions that I have. But I will start like to complement your answer with a new question, that is, how how did you reach this? How do you become this person? If it was something that you were born with, or it's something that there was a certain moment in your life that you said, okay, no, I need to be like this.
Well, I think uh, mostly like the family story is like something like
Yes.
is the base. So basically, my parents, like my grandparents, everyone is from the north of Portugal. No one went to school. Everyone stopped like the basic school at 10 years and just went to work like in the fields, in the ground, in the house of very rich people. So everyone had basically to work to survive, kind
Yes.
of this mentality. But I mean, it was not voluntary. It was just like Portugal was very poor, and there was no money, so everyone needed to do something to survive. But then my parents had the chance to immigrate and to go to France. So it was like in the 90s. So no internet, no WhatsApp,
Yes.
no planes. Like it was super expensive. Like there were planes, but it was super expensive to travel. So basically, you had to travel during 20 hours from Porto to Paris. So they really, like let everything they had in Portugal, the friends, the family, the story, like the childhood, to try to do something better in France. And I was born there, my little brother too. We were never rich in France, and we were not, I mean, like different. I mean, I think I was raised in a very popular neighborhood, like with a lot of communities, a lot of religions. So it taught me like tolerance and being different. And I think like my parents just wanted me to like be myself. So they offered me like a lot of things that today are like normal. So you go to sport, you can practice music, you can go to your friend's house, etc. So they try to give me like a good environment to evolve, and I had the chance to have it. But then I was like, recognizing, okay, wow, my parents did that, like it's amazing. So I always had like a lot of respect, and I think it's kind of something like in the indirect that they gave me, like the ambition, because their ambition was to give me and my brother like better conditions that they have today. Me and my brother, we have a master, we have a job, we have like a very happy life,
Yes.
and we help our parents and our family how we can. So I think like this direction was kind of something that my parents tried to find when they were younger, and they found it. it was hard, but they found it. So in the end, like they transmitted it to me and my brother. Yeah. So I think that's the main reason. Then, of course, when you grow up, you see things and you want things. So you want to be, I don't know, like a dancer. You want to be like, I don't know, a judge. You want to be like rich. You want to travel the world. So of course you have like some ideas. Some stayed and were achieved, and some also disappeared. But it's part of growing. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. And uh, yeah, I was speaking that like you have that ambition. You were speaking about that ambition as well. But do you feel that with that ambition, you are living in the present or you are thinking about the future? What type of person are you? Are you a person that lives the present or that is more concerned about the future or that is very affected by the past?
I think it changed. I think in the when I was younger, when I was a student, like high school and university, I was a future person. Like I was, my only objectives were okay, I want to go to Brazil. I want to have a master. I want to go to a trip with my friends. So I need to have money. And to be honest, money helps a lot. So when I was younger, I was like, I need to study, I need to work, I need to study, I need to work, because then you can like grow in terms of professional, like
Environment?
academic
Yeah.
evolution, and you can also do stuff. But then when I started working, so I finished, completed the master, and then started to have money, the thing that I was pursuing some years before, I started to change a bit the point of view, and I
Okay.
started to live more in the present. So of course there's always objectives in the future, but I started to live more in the present, to feel more what I have, and then to look for the future. And I think it's my opinion, Philippe, but I don't know if most of the people agree with it, but also the COVID had a big impact on me,
Oh,
because uh, we stopped, like everything stopped. So if you were looking at the future, you had to stop because you didn't know what was the future, like what would be the future, if we could go out, if we could like travel, if we could be with our friends. So we were just limited to what we have with us at home. And I think the it was the big switch in my, like a big switch, a big swap in the terms of thinking, because I started to value more what I have now, and to cherish what I have now, and of course not forget the future.
I I agree completely with the COVID situation. Just one thing, like for people that are watching, every time that I speak, I stop the time. To be fair, but just to tell that I had the same experience during COVID because the same situation. We were stuck,
Yeah.
and I think in COVID, I had the time to stop and think what I was becoming more than what I have. It's what I was becoming, what I wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
I feel that
Yeah.
I don't know if you share this feeling, but when I was thinking, imagine that now we are gonna live the life like this. Like, what were the things that I would like to do that
Yeah.
I could not do because I thought that I had the next day. And
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times in life we think that we have the next day, and sometimes we don't.
Hmm.
And it's not because we are gonna die; it's just because our life is gonna change. Like something
Yeah.
drastic can change, and we forget to be the
To
best of
value.
ourselves. Yeah, because uh, yeah, I want to go here, I want to go there, and after you're just like, no, you are in your room. You cannot even leave your room. It's not like you don't have anything to distract. And COVID, in that sense, I can agree with you.
Yeah.
That was something I will say important for me to see what I wanted from my
Yeah.
from
But for me, Personally, it was good. COVID was amazing. Like I think I'm the only one or one of the little persons that says this, but I think I was like in a moment of my life where I was a bit lost because I was working for 2 years. So
Yes.
like I was not a student anymore. I was a young professional. But when you start, it's hard. Like you think everything is amazing, but it's not. You need to find your place at work. You need to um you need to find it and to gain it. I mean, you
Yes.
need to demonstrate to your colleagues that you deserve the place and the job, and then you start to be ambitious because you understand where you are and what you want, and then you have money, and then you have a lot of projects. Like when I was like a young professional, I was like every weekend with Ryanair flights. Like I traveled all Europe because like it was 10 euros the flight before COVID, like
Yes.
10-20 euros. So it was super cheap. And then you go to a hostel. So, I mean, I was like very distracted. Like I was trying to find myself in the middle of distractions, and then also in the personal side, I was like not I was recuperating, let's say, from a separation. So I was like very distracted, and then COVID like came up and we had to stay home. I was sharing my flat with two girls that for me were just like my flatmates. Like we were not friends, like we shared the apartment, but we're not friends. And we were like in a very small apartment, and we were like there just watching the news and how many people died, and how many weeks will it remain like this. So it was like everything started to change. Like I started to say, okay, maybe I should see who are those girls and what they have to give me and what can we share, and then what I have at home. Like, okay, I have books, I have YouTube, I have Netflix, I have, like, what can I do with all this? So then I did kind of a list. Okay, I cannot go out, but I can work on this. So in during COVID, I started Italian. So I was watching movies in Italian, series in Italian, high level. When I told it to an Italian friend, he told me like you're like crazy because it's really hard to understand this series because there's a dialect. So I was watching like influencers like on YouTube. I was like watching an Italian professor like speaking like very basic words, like, but I wanted. I said like, okay, let's go. Then I started cooking. I shared my recipes with my flatmates, so we became friends. Then we watched like the G Balvin concert on the TV. Like every Saturday night, we were doing kind of a disco night at work, at
At home.
home. Sorry, it was like we cannot go to a club, so let's bring the club home. So we were doing like gin tonic at home, like just to say like, okay, it's Saturday, and you know like we couldn't go out, but we were just trying to be distracted at home and to find ourselves and to spend a good moment in the end. And when life came up again, it was really hard because I wanted to be home. I wanted to, to continue with those activities and to count with those girls, like to do stuff. And yeah, so sometimes I'm a bit nostalgic
About
about
COVID time.
COVID times. Yeah, because it stopped and we just try to, like, we had a different point of view, a different judgment on things.
Because you had a
uh
different experience on that. Like it was more a time to reflection for you.
yeah, but I think and we are always on a rush. Like we are always running, we are going from one thing to another. We barely stop to think about our week or our day or our projects. And we should do it, but it's hard. And then when you have vacations, you don't want to do this. You just want to enjoy and to go to the beach or to see friends. So yeah, so it's yeah, I think adult drama, like
The drama.
to have more to have more like calm times to think about what you're doing.
It's very funny because you were speaking before, you were saying like that on vacation you don't have time to do projects. But
Yeah.
why do someone feel the need to create a project of their own?
Uh, I don't, it's a good question. I don't have a general answer about people. I can speak about myself. I love creating. Like, I'm not an artist, but I love creation. I love cooking. I love dancing. I love, like creating spaces and developing things. Um, so I think when I have an opportunity to do it, I try to.
Okay.
It was possible at work, for example. So I created something from scratch, and it's hard, it's complex, but with time and patience, you go on it. And more recently, I'm participating like to the creation of a brand, uh, and yeah, it's a terrible idea because I didn't have time before, but now I have less time for myself and enjoying stuff. But in the end, like it's something that gives me also a lot of pleasure, and like to see something like growing and evolving, and yeah, so it's the process of creation is something that I really like.
Yeah, no, and I feel that you'll be very glad in the future when the project is
Yeah.
big. Now, like maybe it's giving a lot of work because you need to teach him how to walk, and there will be
Yeah.
like a day that the project will run by itself.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
everything is hard to
it's like a
start.
baby. It's like a baby. I think um maybe 80 or 90% of people in general want to have kids. Uh and I've always wanted to have kids, but I'm quite kind of late compared to my friends. Like, I think I will
Oh,
be the last one to have kids. And when I see all the work that it is, like, and all the sacrifice and the organization, and I'm like, wow, this is big. Like, this is completely different of the idea of me having some babies sometime. But then when I think about my current life, I gave birth to a brand. So now it's like super baby, so it cries like a lot, it needs like milk, and it's this, and sometimes there's some days where I'm not really
on the mood.
busy working on the project. I'm like, wow, it's growing, like it's amazing. But it's, I think, the same process. And then the kid is funny, then the kid like can walk, and then the kid can talk. And I think a project is a bit the same, like you want, like, you will have good feedback, you will have like people contacting you to create or to question you about the project, and then you see that someone is really believing on you and wants to invest some time or some money on it. And I think it's like, yeah, what we are looking for in the end in this kind of situations.
In fact, like it's very funny that you're doing that analogy with the baby, and that you are saying that you are late in life in comparison with other people, because like I feel the same uh, about it, that I'm a little bit late in life, in the sense of like I already have friends that I already have kids, and I still don't have a girlfriend, but and I feel that is more pressure even for women than for men, because like women have like their own clock, like
Yeah.
birth clock than the man. So yeah, that's like always a big pressure. But just for someone that is watching, if you are like facing the same problem and everything, just remember that everything has their time, and if it's not happening right now, it's because it's gonna happen something better in the future. That's what I like to think. So if you think like that, maybe can help you. I don't know, that helps me, because a lot of times I'm like, yeah, look at this, like I'm alone, like I need to cook alone, I need to do this alone, like I'm starting my life from the scratch. And yeah, I like to think that things have their time to happen, and when they happen, they will go big, big,
Yeah.
big, big.
Yeah.
Um, Now, like, it's funny, we were speaking about kids and brands, and but I want to go for more happiness. I want to go to enter more in happiness. Is happiness something that we reach or something that we practice every day, in your opinion, of course?
Hmm. Um, I always had like a, I always put a difference between happiness and joy.
Okay.
I think uh so I'm trying to translate in English correctly. Um, Happiness is a state, so you can be happy now, but joy is something that lasts, in my opinion.
Okay.
But we don't say like we are looking for joy. Like we prefer to quantify like the moments of happiness. I think I'm
Yeah,
losing myself
yeah.
in this
You prefer
explanation.
to quantify the moments of joy in happiness. Like, this moment is happy, that moment is
Yeah,
happy. You add everything, and it will be joy.
yeah, yeah. But I think there's a lot of things that can put us happy. So happiness can be reached, but I think also happiness can be just natural.
Okay.
Um,
But do you feel that is something that you can work in every day?
yes, I think, well, coming back to COVID, when you are locked in at home, how can you be happy?
Yeah, true.
You are like in between four walls and you cannot go out. You are alone, or you are with one friend or two friends or your parents. How can you feel happy? Like I worked a lot on it and I had to find activities and thoughts that bring me like, this special feeling of wow, I like what I'm doing. I like what I'm learning. So I think sometimes you need to push yourself to be to find something that will make you happy. And it's not, you don't need a lot of money for it. Sometimes it's just like walking close to the sea. Like it will be amazing, the sensation, and then you'll say like wow, it was amazing. Or walking in the mountains, like we always think about the sea because we are in Portugal, but you have also a lot of mountains, and like it's harder to walk in the mountains. So the sensation of like wow, I did it is like even better. So I think sometimes we need to go closer to the nature to find this kind of happiness, or we need to find people that can receive us as we are. I think it's also something that we need to be more aware that sometimes the compatibility between people is doesn't exist anymore. So we need to find new motivations to meet people, or to go into different people, or into a new community or a new activity that will make us meet people that share some stuff similar to us. So yeah, so I think there's always some part of us that needs to be motivated, that needs to be pushed, that needs to be attracted, and for sure you will reach happiness. But then the question is, what is happiness?
Yes, that's the question that I wanted to do to you. Like, first, what is happiness? But I think you kind of replied to that. My other question is, it's, are you happy in life?
uh yes, I am happy, but I think I still have like a few percentage missing to be fully happy.
What is missing?
Um, so my personal life, like I lived in different countries, so I have roots and friends and stories in several countries. And I've been living in Lisbon for almost 5 years. So my life is around Lisbon. But I don't have those people from France, Spain, living in Portugal. So I think I'm always missing them. I'm always missing, this kind of sensation that we can have a drink, we can walk, we can do some stuff. Um, and I speak with them like every day and every like all the day, every day. Like it's like they are part of my life, but I don't have them here. But at the same time, I know I couldn't have them here. So at the same time, I'm happy with the relationship I have with them, because we are not seeing like every month. Sometimes we are not seeing each other for years. Like I have a very close friend. She's one of my closest friends, and she's living in Italy. And like the last time I saw her was almost 1 year ago, and we're
Okay.
trying now to schedule a trip together. But and I speak with her like every day, and we send pictures, we call, but she's not here and she will never be here. So at the same time, I need to accept it.
Yeah.
And I think you probably have the same feeling, because when we live abroad, we can be very like, or when we leave our natural environment, our first environment, let's say, we are happy about the path we go, the path we make, and the ambition we are getting closer to, or the change we are bringing to our life. But we are also aware that we are letting something behind, and we cannot bring it with us. Like it will be different, and we can happily have it differently. But so sometimes it's like, okay, like this change worth or not? Yes, it is for sure. So yes, I'm happy of what I have now, but at the same time, I would give everything to have those people just here and to be my neighbors, or I don't know, like,
Yeah,
my
just like to
gym
share like
friends.
more, just to share more life with you than to see you living.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that I think that is normal.
yeah.
Um, like I believe on that as well. Do you know, like there was a part that you were speaking that I thought even like you were speaking about love, not like just about friendship. Um, and yeah, I have like some questions about love as well. I can ask like, first of all, what is love for you?
Um, Love is a non-conditional feeling of protection, comfort, love, and acceptance.
Okay.
So love is not one girl and one boy. Love can be in between women, in between men. It can be from someone older to younger, or the same age, different sex. I mean, it's the feeling of, you know, well-being, comfort,
Okay.
protection.
And what is a relationship then?
A relationship is a space where people are sincere, honest, they share good things and bad things also, and where they like there's two directions, basically. It's not one gives and the other receives. It's the two give and the two receive. I think this it's really important that there's this common feeling,
And do you feel,
directions.
yeah, do you feel that someone needs to love truly himself before loving someone?
Yes, no doubt. It's
Really?
hard. It's hard, but you need to love yourself before loving someone,
Yeah.
because if you don't love yourself, why someone would love you?
Ooh. Yeah, that's very deep.
I mean, if you don't like your style, you
Yes.
will try to change your style. Okay, but if you don't like your style and someone comes to you and is like, "Oh, I love your style," you'll say, "Oh, strange." Like I don't match, but he loves it. Like, oh my God, if my mom would see it, like she would kill me, you know? So it's, yeah. I think you need to, you don't need to love yourself at 100%. Uh, but at least you need to value yourself and to limit yourself. Because if you don't value and limit yourself, the other person or the other persons will do what they want of you.
Yeah. Well, no, that was very deep. Like I love the way that you touch on that. Like it's very deep. Do you believe that there are the right people at the wrong time?
Yes.
do you
Yes.
do you believe on that?
No, no, I believe on it, and I think most of us crossed someone at the wrong time. I had this sensation, let's say, a few years ago, but like you need to accept that some maybe it was not the right time, and a good time also came up, and now I'm like, okay, it was definitely an idea from the past, and it was like just an idea. And I think also it's hard sometimes not to fall into the illusion.
True.
Sometimes we strongly believe on something
That is not
just
true.
because it's we are so desperate, or we are so looking for something that we deeply believe on something that is not correct. We are a bit biased, and sometimes, and maybe I can say it's maybe by this time I was a bit biased by some stuff, so I thought I lost something, but in the end now I'm like, no, I'm
I didn't lose it. I was just not watching in the correct point of view.
yeah. And I mean, it's someone that I didn't lost in my life. Like, okay, we don't have the same relationship for sure, but it's still kind of here. So
Okay. So this is the final 5 minutes. It's less than five, but I will do five. That I like to enter on the curveballs questions.
okay.
So it's like just going more deep. Um, do you live in peace with yourself today?
If I am in peace with myself today, no,
No. Why?
no. Uh, because I think there's um how can I say? I'm in peace with myself, but maybe not. I don't feel 100% in peace with a few persons.
Okay, okay,
And I
okay.
think it will always, have like kind of a gray zone around me. But I would like to be fully in peace, but it's strong conversations and it's tough. So I'm always like pushing them
Yeah.
for the future,
Okay.
avoiding them.
You are
Yeah.
postponing.
Yeah, postponing definitely. But in peace with those persons. But it's just like, to have like very clear relationship, like very clear state of mind. I would like to have this deep and peaceful conversation, but it's never the good moments.
There is something that do you think like people need or you need, but actually you don't need. You just have the illusion. Do you have that in your life? Do you have that in society? What is your opinion about it?
Um, I think we should be more honest.
Okay.
I think we are not enough honest. We say we are honest, but we are not. I think we like a lot to give advice to people, but we don't like to receive advice. And sometimes the biggest advice is the one that we are giving to the others, we should apply to us, right? So sometimes you say to your friends, oh, give your time, give him time, blah, 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 when it should be yourself. So I think uh, we are kind of lying to ourselves. So honesty should be a bit more into around us.
I feel that about the advices, you know. We give the advices, but we forgot how hard is it to achieve that advice. It's
Yeah.
like I'm just gonna do a stupid comparison, but for example, it's like when you are petting someone's dog, you are not taking care of the dog itself because you don't have the
Mm-hmm.
responsibility of having the dog.
Yeah.
But when you have the dog, like you need like to take care of him, you need to feed him, you need to go to vet, and you need, and that is hard. So that's the same with the advice, you know, like it's not just you give the advice for someone. It's like you give the dog, take the dog, you know, like it's yours now, like you do your life. But having the dog on our lives and like receiving that, like thinking about the advice that we received, or that's yeah,
Yeah.
that we receive like normal in general, absorb it to our life, taking care, starting like to be better with that advice, taking care of the dog, like
Mm-hmm.
start to m- make that advice count. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
That's the reason why like everyone, and I think it goes with honesty. Like I completely
Yeah.
go in your line, because if you are giving something that you are not doing, you are not being honest with
Yeah.
yourself. It's just like
Yeah.
hypocrite.
Yeah. I
Okay.
agree.
um do you think grow is uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Why?
Um, because when you grow, uh, you don't like the perspective change very quickly. Or from one day to another, the perspective is completely different. So it's hard to not to forget the basics. I think it's like we forgot, yeah, basics, humility, where we are from, and because we are so like so fast, you know, like I don't know, like yeah, it's and we have a lot of examples about it, like in politics, like in the film industry, at work also. When we see someone growing, it's rare that we say, wow, is exactly the same that it was before. Or it gives the same time to the others or values the same things. The change is like more around, more present. And I'm not saying that the change is always negative. There's a lot of changes that are positive, but maybe we don't see so much those positive changes.
The I there I can discuss this with Faisal on an episode. He said something that is very interesting. That is, when you have power, when you start to achieve stuff, you never change, but your emotions come more out, because it's very hard to pass by someone with a bicycle, but it's very easy to pass by someone
Mm-hmm.
with a Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the sense of uh, sometimes like the people are like that, but they didn't have the opportunity to develop that. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's not something bad, it's something human. Like we start to you start to have everything that you never had. You start to
Yeah.
go like you start to have like the things run out of your control. And I think the real growing is when you understand that the thing is big, but you can control. You don't need to control everything, but you need to control yourself. You can understand that just because I have this and that, like because I achieved this, because I don't know what happened, but this doesn't give me the right to
Yeah.
change for the others. And like the others are still gonna be the same. Like you are the same. You are still the
Mm-hmm.
same, but with more capacity. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you grow up everything, grow up all the positive things, but all the negative things. And I feel that a lot of times people just forget that the negative just grows as well, and they are like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna be with this, I'm not gonna be with that, or like they start like to act strange, because it's
Yeah.
very hard to to control that big thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
the time finished. I don't know if you heard the clock when you were speaking.
Yeah.
But before we change, I always like to do one last question. That is, what is the question that I didn't ask you, but you wish I had?
Um, Good question. Um, I think, or I was expecting two topics, maybe.
Mhm.
One of them, you touched it, and I think it's giving us like more personal conversation to have after
Okay.
this event. It's about love because um, I've always seen you like someone full of love, uh, love to give, love to receive, and like a lot of vulnerability. And I think it's something that only a few people have, and it's really needed. So I was expecting something about love, and you started to have a few questions about it, and also you shared a few stuff. But maybe the second question I was maybe expecting, it's about like the project I'm developing. I mean, you mentioned it a bit, but maybe it's not clear enough for people following. So yeah, maybe I was like, okay, maybe we'll keep kind of the secret but be a bit more direct. So yeah,
But
that's the two
but
topics.
tell me like the question that you wanted me to do it.
No, it's not the question, but that I wanted. But I was expecting a question of, okay, I know that you have a project, you are developing a new project out of work, a personal one. Why did you create it, and what is the ambition tomorrow, for example? Because you spoke a lot about ambition, so it could
Okay.
also, yeah. So that's maybe
So that's my final question. So now you can answer
the
for that.
yeah. No, so I have a job, I have a life, but I had the amazing idea of creating something from scratch with two associates. I can call them right now. So we are launching a brand of eyewear. So the idea came up from one of the founders because he is on this area for years. It's something from generation to generation, and he had the idea, invited us to develop this brand. So I accepted because, as I said, I like creating, and it's like my first baby, and yeah. So it's something that is really exigent. I was discussing it with you before, so it's like people don't really see the work that is behind the project, the sacrifice in terms of hours of sleep and ideas and like energy, but at the same time, like it's growing step by step, day by day, and it gives me like a lot of pride, of course, but also even more ambition to do something even better, even bigger. So yeah, so it's sometimes a bit like confusing because sometimes I want to give more time to it, but at the same time I'm like, okay, this is not paying me for now. Like I have a job and I have to complete my mission, right? But at the same time, yeah. So it's a confusing, ambitious project, let's say,
Okay.
because it's it's like putting a lot of stuff, like a lot of feelings, a lot of ideas, a lot of dreams also, because if you create some things from scratch, it's not just because you are bored of your life, it's also because you have the dream of and the ambition of more. So yeah, so
Just
yeah,
one thing that's um, this project that is Theya. I'm gonna leave down below here on the comments area. Um,
yeah,
the all the links. Like Antonia is gonna send me the links, and I'm gonna put it here. Okay, for you to follow the project. It's very good. I don't know if you are wearing like right now Theya
Yeah,
glasses. Okay, so you can see that is like something very fashionable, very
yeah,
practical, and very cool. Like I think I need the glasses, and maybe like I will buy from Theya. I don't know, because here in Luxembourg
yeah.
it's kind of hard to. In fact, I did eye tests, very personal. I did eye tests 6 months ago. Sorry, but I feel that right now I'm listening. I'm listening. Oh my god, I can
I
see
see.
better than when I did the test. So I don't know if what is this signal, but for sure, like I already told Antonia, if she needs someone like to do advertisement for Theya, or like to do something, I will do
Yeah,
it a lot of pleasure for free. That's not
yeah,
a problem, and it's for me it's a big pleasure to see my friends having this ambition, these projects, and more than having them, it's doing them and being
yeah,
successful on them. And the amount of effort that you put on that, it's impressive, because yeah, it's not
yeah,
just having the glasses. I can see that, like always on Instagram, always like you are putting new models on the market. You are developing and developing and developing, and that's what I expect for my friends as well. That is like when I see like the others gaining, like the ones from my team, the others on my
yeah,
team as like gaining, that gives me a lot of pleasure. We cannot be happy with the others or with someone's happiness, but you being happy makes me happy as well.
yeah, yeah.
Like helps
No,
me to
it's
be more happy. No, it's from the heart, really. Like having like seeing like everyone growing. You with the glasses, I
mhm.
already had like Faisal here with Inception. I have the Ale and Gabi with Dale, and every time that I can help, that if I can make it grow from my part, I will grow. I have another friend that is doing music, that is Juan. Like I would love like everyone to be successful, and me as well, because I want to be successful. Like on this, it is something that I like to do. Um, I like to think that I like to think no, I think that I'm helping someone with this. At least I'm trying. So
Yeah,
wait, because meanwhile I was speaking, I'm very clumsy and my phone dropped. So now it's the time that we change. 5 minutes of questions to me. I will start the time as soon as you finish your first question. So I don't know if you are ready. Maybe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm ready.
Okay, so do your question and I will reply.
Um, it's hard with the first one is always a bit hard to start with, but are you happy?
If I'm happy, I would say no. Like in the sense of I'm 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 going, but I didn't achieve it. You know. I
Mm-hmm.
feel that I'm in peace more than I'm happy. I feel, but maybe like my idea of happiness is kind of different. But I feel that I still need to achieve more. Like maybe it's an illusion. Sometimes I think about it, because right now I'm happy. Like I'm happy because I'm here with you. I'm doing this. I'm happy because I went for my gym. I was with people that I like. But in life in general, like maybe I could say that I'm not happy because I was expecting to be like in another place that I'm not right now. But the thing is, like, I think that I will be happy, but I cannot live in that illusion, because maybe I will have that things and I will not be happy. But at the same time, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of complex, because so why do you want that things? I
Okay.
think I'm in a path to be happy. I can say that momentaneously happiness. Yes, I'm happy, but I feel that I didn't reach my full potential. I'm still achieving it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I have a question that can sound strange and can be linked to a lot of things, but how do you deal with expectations?
So um, the thing is, I'm by nature a very positive person. So
Okay.
the expectations are always high. Uh, so sometimes dealing with them is not easy, because I'm expecting something that is not happening, and I try to be. I'm very positive, but I try to have hope. but at the same time I can sometimes recognize that hope is not enough for the situations. But in general I deal good, but there are some times that, because I'm a positive person and I have idea that about something, there are sometimes that the things hit, like don't hit like I wanted, and it's a work for me to, yeah, to come to reality, let's say like this. But I feel that after it I reach reality. Like I have expectations,
And
the things doesn't happen like I want. Like I'm sad because it didn't happen, but I can recover. I am not a person that are always stuck in the past. I use the past to learn and to grow, not to relive and rethink what could I do better. I try to apply in the future.
but for example, how do you react to a difference, a difference of expectation? Imagine, for example, you go to a restaurant because you saw, like, I'm doing something with a restaurant, not to speak about love, life,
Yeah, yeah.
and things, but imagine you see like reels on Instagram of restaurants that look amazing, and you say, okay, I want to go there on Saturday. And you go there on Saturday, you ask for the pizza you saw on the video, and da. And then you eat it, and it's like not amazing.
I In fact that is gonna happen after with I'm going to an event that I expect to be good because the idea is good, and but I'm gonna, like, I have a lot of expectation for this. In general, like I I will become sad because I like, hey, really, that I'm paying for this and this, like they have very good marketing, but they they are not uh they don't taste, the food doesn't taste good. I have like the time to understand. Okay, so like the food doesn't taste good. Now I already hate. Now I need to pay. And at the end, like I'm okay. Like I already paid. I'm not gonna. I'm not going here again. I'm not gonna do this again. And maybe in the future, if they change, like if like if they have like something that is gonna be attractive for me again, maybe I can come, but not for
Mm,
now. Needs to be different place where I was, like new
okay.
ownership, different stuff. Needs, like, the place needs to grow.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I
and
deal. I don't know if it's a good way to deal, but
and would you consider yourself as a sweet person?
yes, I'm made of sugar. Now I feel that in general, I feel that I'm a sweet person. I feel that is something that you work. I try to be the best person that I can be every day. I think like there are like sometimes that we are dickheads. I try
Mm-hmm.
to think before being a dickhead. Like, okay, let me put in someone's position. Let me just, if I was him, I would like this, and that's my base to be better. And it works
Mm-hmm.
because you start to see more and more and more, and there's a time that you are like, okay, so like the sorry, the initial idea that you had about you, it's changing because you already saw more and you can adapt more and you can be better on
Mm-hmm.
that sense. Okay, one more question. Like the time finished, but I let you. Like I always do this to everyone because I did one question to you after time.
And uh, do you think that being too sweet for people or too good to people is a bad thing?
No, not at all. Because being good to someone, in fact, you are being good for yourself first. Because if you, I think, just because you give a part of you, that doesn't mean that is bad. I think that for me, for example, if I'm helping someone, I'm I could say that helping could be a selfish act because you are satisfying yourself. For example, you are giving money to someone, but that person can have your money to invest on his life and do good things or to do bad things. You just wish that person do good things, but you cannot think that person is gonna do bad things. I think helping and being good is always good because you are doing for yourself. You're not doing for someone else. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
are doing for someone else, it's not being good. Like it's more than that. Seems like you are trading something. You cannot.
Yeah.
You are just like being full. It's not. It's not helping. It's not. Yeah, you're not being good. You are just full yourself. It's completely different.
Okay.
That's yeah. Being good. Being good is always the best thing that you can be because you always live safe. You are going to sleep safe,
Yeah.
and I think there are situations that people can step you, but I feel that people step people that it's not the question of you being good, it's the question of you being naive, because it's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like in the same situation that you give the money, you can understand that this person has 10% of using the money for bad things, or he has like 95% to use money for bad things. So like if you use like 90%, if you give like to that person that is gonna use the money for the evil, I don't
Yeah.
know, for the bad things, you can all after say like, oh no really, because I was waiting 5% I could change his life. No, like it's fullness. That's being naive. That being
Yeah.
good is being honest and understand that oh my answer is super long. uh yeah, it's understand that you are doing for yourself, and you are doing for someone. You are helping someone. It's not, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're not fooling yourself and on an illusion. Oh, that
Okay.
was kind of long. Don't know if I
Thank
could
you.
answer to the things that you asked. Or
No, but there's a lot to respond actually to the all the questions that we
yeah,
we approached. There's a lot of questions and thoughts and ideas that come up, but uh, just to finish the point, um, yeah, I think you are very good person, like sweet, like you are spreading like all the energy that you have, and we need more persons like this.
oh
And
thank you.
sometimes I think that I am also like this, but sometimes it's hard because we have expectations about the others that they don't reach, and then we start to question about ourselves and are we doing good? Should we do differently? And it's very hard in the end, like to deal with the expectations, and it can be like people, projects, and just like restaurants, we never know. But in the end, like it's good to never forget who we are, and we can be good persons, sweet persons, and naive, and this and this and this, but in the end, like if there's the heart, there's everything.
Yeah,
So
I agree, and I feel that you are that person as well. And just to tell one thing that um I saw like this example that is very good with we can compare life like in poker.
mm,
Sometimes you have a very good hand, and the chances are for you, but they are not something that is 100%. And I feel that that comes with everything that you said about expectations. It's not because you bet, because I feel that
yeah.
and now I'm just extract the naive question, but when you are putting your effort on something, it's because you believe that it's gonna work, but
Yeah.
it's gonna work, but it's not like 55% to work. It's like 92 to 100
Mhm.
or more,
Yeah.
or 99, or and sometimes there's not something that is 100. That's the reality. And sometimes we have like the 2% in poker that the hand goes for the other guy. But that doesn't mean that you played bad. You respect the rules, you did everything. And I feel that you grow when you have the capacity to understand that you haven't done anything bad in that moment, that you did the best that you knew,
Yeah.
and that now you need to live with the lesson. Like, but I don't feel that I, being less good is the answer, because like
Mhm.
always like bad people suffer as well, you know, like not being good is no, it's true. Like we just like think, we think that, oh, that guy is very cool, he's going home, he's gonna sleep well. No, he's gonna have like this like his traumas as well. Like if
Yeah,
like I think you win in life when you are good, when you have like you have like knives on your back and you still can take them out, you can heal, you can go with this with the with your back full of stitches and scratches and everything, and you can continue living and you can continue with a smile.
yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that's the thing. I hope you enjoy it. It was a pleasure
Yeah,
to be here.
it's a pleasure to be here. It's good to see how many things we have in common, like deep thoughts, right? That we have in common, and it gives like the how can I say, the wish, like just to share even more kind of conversations like this with you and with others, because sometimes we are just in the surface, and we should go deeper on some basic topics that we talked today, and share ideas and experiences. And yeah, so thank you for this opportunity, and not only for me to participate, but also for people to hear about the others, and to grow, and to, yeah, to evolve.
Yeah, I believe that every time like we need to think more about this. These are like some questions that are super basic on our life. We are always dealing with love,
Mhm.
happiness, friendships,
Yeah,
but we didn't. We just live in autopilot, and we don't stop to think. Okay, so what is? What am I feeling? You know, and yeah,
yeah,
like having you, and you don't need to be like. I feel my friends are people that inspire me. They are special by itself, but you don't need to be famous to be special. Like
yeah, no.
I think everyone has something to to say, and that's the reason why this project for me grows. Like helps me a lot here. I feel less far from people, and that as well. Like I think that gives a different perspective, and yeah, like just like breaking the fourth wall again. If you are watching, if you liked, if you don't liked, I still want you to be happy. And that I just want to say that you have like the things like likes, Instagrams, TikToks. I'm posting in TikTok every day. I'm trying to post every day. I think I'm not gonna post Saturday and Sunday because it's my time off. I will see. Maybe I will post. Um, and I hope like this conversation will help you. And yeah, like see you around. I don't know if you want to say something, Antónia, before we go.
No, just thank you, and continue spreading love
Ooh,
around yourself.
okay. This was for me or for people?
For everyone, actually. I
Okay,
think
okay.
we should spread more love and more smiles and more serenity. We need it.
That's true. Okay, see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye bye.